Let's get started then. So let me explain the system again. Basically, a steel industry which has a cogeneration as well. That's pretty much the system is. That is the system as it is. So a steel industry consists of rolling mill, that's a main drive, electric arc furnace, ladle refining furnace, like a considerable load, 20 MVA transformer for electric arc furnace, which means like at least like 10-15 MVA electric arc furnace loads. 6 MVA transformer for ladle refining furnace, maybe 4 to 4.5 MVA loads, and like 4 megawatt rolling mill for like, I mean, so see, a main drive, which means approximately 20 MVA, 6 MVA plus maybe 5 MVA, like 31 MVA. And like the transformer is 35/40 MVA. So at least like 25 megawatt load from just three major loads in steel industry. Apart from that, like the system has like multiple auxiliary system. That auxiliary system, like you can see, 1.25 MVA, two numbers, and 3 MVA, again, that is for electric arc furnace auxiliary. Some of the service transformers of three numbers of 500 kVA, and other 315 kVA transformer, 750 kilowatt motor oxygen plant, and some auxiliary loads. And this has a generator of 35 megawatt cogenerations, and that has an auxiliary system which has like two auxiliary transformers. One is unit auxiliary transformer, other one is a station auxiliary transformer going to both 6.6 kV, and approximately about 4-5 megawatt auxiliary consumption for this thermal power plant. That's pretty much the system is. Considering this, considering this, like what are the studies which needs to be performed? What are the softwares which we need to use? What's the voltage at which the system has to be connected? What are the voltage levels which you need? And that's pretty much like what we are going to talk about. So let's list down what the system is. So let's keep Word file as well as an Excel sheet. So that like means we try to understand something for this. So what's type of industry? It is a steel industry. Uh, what are the major loads? Electric arc furnace, LRF, ladle refining furnace, main drive, rolling mill main drive, oxygen plant, and dry iron, and few auxiliaries. This is probably like a major loads. Source, the system has 35 megawatt combined, it's not combined cycle plant, cogeneration plant. Converting electricity into heat or heat into the electricity is a very inefficient process. Right. So typically steel industry needs heat for the process, and the excess heat can be recovered and used to generate the steam, and that steam can probably power up a steam turbine generator. That's this 35 megawatt cogeneration plant. So point of interconnection or point of common coupling, whatever you call. So it is 110 kV substation, which is 3 kilometers away from the steel industry. So that's pretty much like what we are trying to see here as a single line diagram. That's pretty much like what we are trying to uh, like see as a single line diagram. So rolling mill main drive, electric arc furnace, ladle refining furnace. That's three major loads connected at 33 kV. And then some of the auxiliaries like dry iron, some auxiliaries, and probably oxygen plant that's connected at like means to say 415 volt and 11 kV. There's a 35 megawatt cogeneration plant which is added as a part of the steel industry. And the point of interconnection is 110 kV substation, which is 3 kilometers away. For a reliability, they have added a double circuit transmission line. This is all about the system. This is all about the system. And like means to say, what are the studies which needs to be performed for this? What are the studies which needs to be performed for this? Obviously, you need to perform a load flow study to find out the voltage profile, equipment rating, losses, transformer OLTC range, or to decide whether de-energized tap changer is sufficient or all load tap changer is needed. Power factor correction, capacitor bank ratings to set the generator terminal voltage. So, like multiple reasons, you need like load flow. You need to perform short circuit study to find out the short time rating of equipments, braking, making, and the DC interrupting capabilities of equipments to find out the voltage rise during unbalanced fault in resistance grounded systems. You need to perform short circuit. You need to perform motor starting. Obviously, you have a rolling motor, it's a rolling mill, and oxygen plant. You have like motors, so you need to do a motor acceleration study. Definitely, you need to do a transient stability. You need to check when there is a fault in 33 kV system or 11 kV system or 110 kV system with respect to the infinite bus, whether these generators are able to maintain synchronism with the grid, which you need to definitely look at. Needless to say, you have like means to say all nonlinear loads, so you need to perform harmonic analysis, and definitely you need to do the relay coordination studies. And if you are doing an online maintenance, like you have to do R plus studies. You have to take care of unit protection at 110 kV, 110 bar 33 kV transformer, 110 bar 11 kV transformer, and generator transformers. Generator, like all those things, like you need unit protection or equipment protection, like a differential, restricted fault, etc. And 110 kV line also, like 3 kilometers, you need a differential protection. This all comes under unit protection. 110 kV, like you may need to do a transformer energization study, which is comes under like EMT. And since it's an overhead line, you may need to do lightning study. If it is a gas insulated substation, then you have to do very fast front over voltage VFFO as well. So transformer energization study comes under like SFO, slow front over voltage. Lightning study comes under FFO, that is very fast front over voltage. VFFO is needed if it is only a GAA substation. If it is an IAA substation, then like means the VFFO study is not needed. So we have defined the system. We have defined the studies. We have defined the studies. And then probably like we have to define like the software which we need to select. What's the software which we need to select? That's the most important question. So why ETAP is powerful is also probably for the reasons like means to say when you take a simulation like this for a process industry where you need to do all the studies, load flow, short circuit, motor starting, transient stability, harmonic analysis, relay coordination, arc flash, all these studies can be done by a single simulation software, ETAP. Of course, transformation lightning studies very fast front over voltage. You have to go for softwares like PSCAD or EMTPRV. And unit protection, you can use manual calculations or you can think of some softwares like DIgSILENT Power Factory. But if you look at out of multiple studies which you need to perform, predominantly all the studies which you have to do, like I mean to say, can be done using ETAP. Low flow, a short circuit, or motor starting, transient stability, harmonics, relay coordination, or plus. So the next obvious question comes, is there any competitive software to ETAP, or ETAP is the only software which can do all the studies? Of course, there are multiple softwares which are available in the market, those who can do similar studies. ETAP, DIgSILENT Power Factory, PSSE, maybe EC Power, SKM, Sine, Power World. There are plenty of power system simulation softwares are available. MyPower, Neplon. So the list is endless. The same list is endless. And these are all probably like means to say RMS simulation tools. And like means to say you have some EMT tools as well, which is like PSCAD or EMTPRV or ATP. Right. So what is here in green? This is basically called as electromagnetic transients. So if we want to make this EMT, which we can make it as an EMT, and like what is there in the red, probably we can make it as a steady state, and like this two we can split it and like add electromechanical transient. So studies, like I mean to say, I have blindly written the studies. Then I have, like I mean to say, converted or segregated. In the segregation, like I mean to say, steady state. If you look at load flow, short circuit, harmonics, relay coordination, R plus, these are all like steady states. Motor acceleration or motor starting, transient stability, these are all like electromechanical transients. Unit protection also comes under protection, that can be, you can classify it's a steady state. Electromagnetic transients, transformation, which is also called as a slow front over voltage or switching over voltage. Fast front over voltage, which is lightning. Very fast front over voltage for a gas insulated substation. These are all comes under electromagnetic transients. Predominantly, the softwares in the market can perform steady state and electromechanical transients that are classified as RMS simulation tools. And a few softwares can do electromagnetic transients. They are called as like EMTP, electromagnetic transient programs, where like